Hello, this session is about how to conduct academic counseling in open and distance learning. The focus is on tutoring and techniques of group counseling. Purpose of tutoring in open and distance learning is the endeavor of the tutor to make an independent, confident, self-reliant distance learner who fits on academic standards and desired requirements. There are three major academic counselors' functions in open and distance learning. First is that of tutoring, which means promoting intellectual and academic support, mentoring by providing guidance and skill development so as to reach the stated level, and counseling by providing organizational and emotional support. Role of a tutor is that of advising, academic advising, giving or providing academic instructions and coaching, monitoring the progress of learner through student tracking, academic assistance and academic assessment, academic facilitation, and supportive communication. Communication with the administrative staff and the record keeping is also an important function, as the tutor is supposed to pass on the grades and other assignment functions to the administrative staff and for uploading further with the university. Skills and qualities of tutor are reflection, thinking over what has been imparted, and doing appropriate exploration, clarification, and reinforcement of concepts, supporting the development, modeling and demonstration, arranging relevant example from the course content, and providing insight into learning for the learner, understand the learner, correction of the learner and self-correction, and prompting the learner, not teaching, giving immediate feedback and praising whenever required, and the opportunities for generalization. So, a tutor has to make the learner expressive, exploring and modifying the concepts, and balancing various contexts and views, and test their knowledge and ideas through various other activities. So these are the roles and these are the skills and qualities. What are the different styles? Depending on the style of tutoring will be the varying degree of interaction and independence, learner-centeredness, learner control, concentration on process and skills, and focus on content. So there are four different styles of tutoring. These are didactic, explicative, remedial, and facilitative. So these are four styles on the basis of which a tutor can be called as an expert or a facilitator or a reflective practitioner or an assessor. What are the problems and issues of students? The students in ODL, generally those who are at risk, lack motivation. Housewives and many professionals and many ODL learners have problem of heavy workload. They have an anxiety of writing assignments, which are teaching tools and which establish two-way communication, and that of term and examination. They lack study skills many a times, and they lack orientation to distance education, as they consider it as an easier mode of correspondence in which they have to just pass the exam and get a degree. Tutors, being teachers in the conventional institutions, have time constraints. They have problem of control of environment, and they don't know about distance learners, so nature of learners also poses a problem to them. In such situation, doing tutoring is a very tough task. For tutoring, they have to make strategies, assess the learner needs, access to technologies, and check the nature of the course, and check the time and other design the infrastructure and check the assigned time. The group counseling activities can be snowballing, in which they make groups and they discuss and then they assemble and finally come to some discussion end. Brainstorming, discussions, debates, making small syndicate groups, making buzz groups, which is when the session is in the middle, they start a buzz activity. Role playing, which is very important wherever the communication is the main focus. Simulation, where the kinesthetic skills are there, and games, which involves cognitive development. So, how to design a counseling session? For designing a counseling session, a tutor has to assess the learning needs, set time duration per counseling session by dividing the number of counseling sessions and days, review the learning objectives and set the time for each objective. Calculate the number of days and sessions required as per content, as I said earlier. Identify the blocks, units and hard spots. Check the queries and possible problem solving of those queries. Select appropriate method, that could be brainstorming, debate or group discussion. Plan time for various activities out of total time of session, that is 2.5 hours for generally. Arrange all resources in advance and check even the web resources if he or she is going to make use of flipped classroom. Check class environment, that there is good, peaceful atmosphere and no commotion. Must ensure the communication to the learners, which is a very, very important aspect. Using as many media for communication as possible to ensure that the learners participate and come to the counseling session. This is all I wanted to convey. Thank you.